What a week. What a week. Bear with me. I'm still setting some stuff up. Still setting some stuff up. So come on in, make yourself comfortable, and we're gonna get this thing going in just a minute. Want to get some other lighting together, and it is being difficult. That's all right. That's all right. I actually forgot one of my lighting pieces. Yeah, we got a lot going on in the news. Got quite a bit going on in the news. Yo, corporate America is back at it again. Oh, I keep forgetting I don't have to be in front of the damn screen. I got the microphone on. Corporate America is back at it again. They just bought one of my relationships. Can't believe they did it though. I mean, this is something that's been in the works for I want to say like the whispers start coming out a couple years ago. So much so I forgot. I had completely forgot that this damn thing was supposed to take place. Well, I can actually talk about it now. Continental. Let me pull this up. But before I get into that, my name is Mike Reed. I am a commercial appliance service technician in the Houston, Texas area. And I come to you a couple times a week and I talk about the industry, all things regarding the industry, the ups, the downs, where to find employment, how to start on your own, who's the good players, who's the bad players, and most importantly, when and where. Oh, thank you, brother. Oh, man, hold on. Let me take off this damn. Thank you. Let me take off this advertisement. Okay, so y'all kind of know what the hell is going on. Yeah, I was like, okay. They playing them games. So let me turn on this advertisements. None. All right, that brother just saved y'all. He said, "Oh no, not a damn commercial." Yeah. Thank you, brother Samuel. Much appreciated. I'm out here with my hee. Oh damn! Out here with my hee. I think I'm lagging it. I think that's the laptop lagging. Yo, yeah, I took some of my. Oh damn! I took this off for a reason. I took some of my own medicine, and yeah, it didn't taste bad. It didn't taste bad at all. Hold on one second.
If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not.
Well, I threw out some bones, and hey, man, it was all right. I've been telling you guys. I told you guys in previous live stream. I was like, hey, if you go out to these major stores, your major grocery store, Walmart. If you go to, if you're in the Southeast, Publix, if you Jewel, North, if you're in the Midwest, Publix, Publix, Jewel, that kind of stuff. Jovi, nah, yeah, maybe Jovi's. Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot. They all have true units there, and you're bound to find at least one or more that's still under warranty that need a little tender loving care. I know you see me, drinking Fiji and all this other stuff, but I do go to the dollar store. I get little things here and there, and if they did not, damned if they didn't have a freaking true unit that had caught fire. Someone put a damn 3-in-1 on this true. Let me see if I got this damn thing. Somebody put a 3-in-1 on a R290 unit. Ridiculous. Matter of fact, I'm gonna link up. Let me put on the old man specs. So hold on 1 second. Window. Let me see if I can get this. I didn't sync everything up. The fuck? Oh, I don't have that synced up either. My bad. I have. Today is just one of those days. One of them days. Let me see if I can do this. If not, I'm gonna transfer everything through something else. I don't know. I mean, these are not gonna be fantabulistic, espialidocious looking photos. Damn, that's glitchy. Espiadala. I'm so baked by the heat. Yo, what's going on, Jordan? We have Michael Emmanuel.
I'm good at the Jordans.
And in Jordan, it says, you speak Puerto Rico. No, mi no español. Mi no español. Hell no. What I do is I speak incognito, and I tell them I don't, and listen for what the hell they actually do say when I'm around. I don't know of it, but usually it's stuff like, oh, they don't have no Hispanic guy on staff. They need to have a Hispanic guy working for their company. Oh, I wonder if he can marry Maria and get her a green card. That kind of stuff. It's usually along them lines. That's all. Nothing major. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this, because the minute you laugh at any damn joke that's being said in Spanish, all communication stop. All of a sudden, it's quieter than a church mouse pissing on cotton. My bad. I just lost my other light. Damn, it's glitchy. I probably got to clear out a lot of stuff after today. All right, now I'm connected. I am connected. Let me see if I can share this screen. Recently saved desktop. Oh, why is this not working with me today? Shit. Give me one second. But you know what? Hold on. While I'm doing that, like Notbot says, as you come in, hit the like button. Hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe to the channel. That helps your brother out. That's all greatly appreciated. Screen sharing was canceled. Oh, so today, where the hell is that? I'll just do this one. Let me know how the feed is going. If it's a little glitchy, I might have too many windows open or something. Something else might be draining. Yeah, I got a lot. Let me cancel some of them. Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff hanging out in the background. All right, hopefully that helped. Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks like that helped. So, not Copeland, but not Champion, but Continental. Continental Refrigeration was just purchased today. The hell is this? No. Continental Refrigeration in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, has released a press release about them now becoming part of a much larger group, a much larger entity. Let me see if they got it on the latest news. There it is. I do not know who the hell this company is. Aeritech Global Holdings now owns freaking Continental. Now, this is something that's been in the works for a while. I don't know when it started, but you know, it was brought to my attention last year or 2 years ago, and they said, well, you just can't say anything because nothing is official. So what we got here is this Aeritech now owns, this is crazy, they own minus 40, and a lot of people were talking about that. They were talking about that whole minus 40 deal. You'll see minus 40 in CVS locations. I think that's one of their big ones. And this is something that hits home to me, right? That's QBD. That's Embera Torre. So minus 40, QBD. So minus 40 does some with the beverages. QBD is heavily used by the by Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. And then I have to see, I didn't know that Federal was split off from Norlake. And in Embera, I started out with Embera many years ago. Their office was or still is here in Houston. Embera was bought by Torre. And so now it's minus 40 QBD, Federal, Embera, Torre, and Continental. This is wild. All right, so they say nothing is going to change. That's what they say, because nothing changed at Embera, nothing changed at Torre, nothing changed at QBD. All the players are still there. They still talk to you the same fucked up way. Nothing is different at all. And so Continental said it's the same way with them. Nothing is going to change over there at Continental. And the who the hell got? I think Aeritech bought the. So Continental is the little sister, and the big brother company is a air conditioning arm. So all that, the original owners exited stage left. They said, "Screw this shit, I'm going home," and they took their football and they went home. And that's what the boomers are doing. That's what the boomers are doing. They're taking their football, they're going home. They're not bothering. They don't want to bother with the training. They don't want to bother with bringing up the next generation. What they're doing is just selling. I got mine, you get yours. And that's what this is. A hedge fund has it. So let me show you guys what. Do I need to go over Continental? Are you guys familiar with Continental or unfamiliar with Continental? Let me hear you. I'll if you're heavy. Let's see what you guys got going on.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence.
Do you know something like that? Booby and probably know a lot you don't.
All right, then. If you guys are going to be like that, then we're going to have to just go into it. Let me just show you some of what Continental makes. They are a major player in with sandwiches, sandwich shops and pizza shops. Then when it comes to schools, they're a player in that arena too. And that's, the commercial reach in and pass through refrigerators and freezers. Those are really big at schools, universities, that kind of stuff. And then of course there's a commercial pizza prep. We just had the Pizza Expo, so they usually have their big shindig over there. They have a nice booth. Commercial milk coolers, once again, I don't see milk coolers anywhere else other than school cafeterias. I'm pretty sure there are other places where you might find them. I have just never seen it anywhere other than that. Like I said, there's a sandwich prep table units, roll through refrigerator, freezer, and warmer. This is their glass door pass through, like the real nice high schools and stuff. They'll have these crazy high price, and then they'll put like little salads and desserts and cakes and pies and shit like that, and kids will open up the glass and get whatever the hell they want as they go down the line for their lunch. Fish, line fish file refrigerators, that kind of stuff. None of their stuff is inexpensive. None of their stuff is cheap. And they've been making it off of their reputation. Yeah, you know what Continental does? I mean, they make a little bit of wave in the bar back area for bars, not too much. That's typically Perlick, Glass Tender, True. That's typically their arena. But Continental has their stuff. As you see, the bench is deep. And to like compete, they do make some that are exclusive in the industry, like some super shallow bar back units and some others with a special drawer and all that kind of stuff. Who else had? Yeah, some of my Asian restaurants would have, what was that, Gaiku Kaku? I can never say that restaurant right, the name of that restaurant right. Gaiku Kayu. They had some, because now Continental has, they'll have a refrigerated area over the compressor section on some of these bar back style units, some of these prep table style units. And nobody else is doing that. It's not in this display right here, but they have it. Ooh, line warmers. So this is, warmers. So this is like their claim to fame. me see what else we got here. Oh, you guys are quiet as a church mouse. It's a little cotton. So let me show you who else was bought up in this QBD. Oh, so this is QBD. So merchandisers. You know, they're not too expensive. QBD stuff is designed. It is strictly something used to sell beverages. That is it. That is all. No bells and whistles, nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Here is Aritech. I want to say Embera has the best reach out of all of these brands that they've purchased. Embera is very big with Coke. So Coke uses them. I don't know anybody else that uses them. So Coke loves Embera. And I mean, really, really loves Embera. Yeah, they did buy Federal. Holy shit. Okay, so Federal used to be part of Norlake and everything. And now Federal is, oh wow. All right, so this is, I'm discovering this. I had no idea. I had no idea that this was going down like this. I had no idea that, I thought Toray is where the buck stops. So if I go over all these different lines, I can basically break down what the play is, what they really got behind this Avengers Assemble type jazz that they've put together. Right? Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go. So -40, like I said, -40 has a reach with pharmaceutical and stuff like that. CVS is one of their big companies. Well, one of their big clients. They also deal with beverage as well. So you'll find them from time to time in Dollar General, and you'll find them in Five Below. You'll find them in Five Below from time to time. Like they say here, their merchandisers are in, that's a typo, service categories across whatever. Food service, pet food, yes. I was just mentioning that to someone the other day. Ice cream, pharmacy, micro market, and workplace retail. So -40, they had their reach. Let me go to Embera. Now, Embera, like I said before, they are, I want to say damn near exclusively catering to the beverage distributors. That is their thing. So buying, and this is like the third time they've been bought. So buying Embera, they are a Mexican manufacturer. Buying Embera immediately buys that that customer base. So that's what they got going on. Once again, QBD, beverage manufacturers. That is their main thing. That is all they care about. You'll actually when these schools get talked into buying huge orders of Gatorade for their athletic departments and stuff like that, they will literally, the beverage distributors will literally drop them off an Embera unit, a QBD, and a -40 unit, and they keep that stocked with Powerade or whatever the hell they sold them, Muscle Milk. So that was something I ran across, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So it's those kind of things. Now it changes when you start to get into Toray. As you see here, Toray, Torre caters to pizzerias. They cater to ethnic butcher shops. And so Torre has deli cases. So they have deli cases. They have so meat, fish. They have all of those. They have bone slicers. They have meat slicers. They have scales. They have lots of scales. Lots of scales. I didn't know they had a vacuum sealer. I mean, anyway, this is a vacuum chamber. I didn't know they had that. So that, oh yeah, and then the grinders too. Yeah, the grinders. So with what they have assembled, you can put together a grocery store with this combination. You can do a liquor store with what this hedge fund has assembled. You can put together liquor store, grocery store, butcher shop. The only thing that they don't have is, I don't know if Federal does walk-in. I don't think Federal does. So that is Torre. And I don't know why they're not showing the cases. That's all right. And last but not least, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. They have cases. They just don't cater to pastries. And then that's where Federal comes in at. Federal comes in catering to the pastry. So this is the poor man structural concept. They constantly compete against structural concept. Federal does. So you'll find these in hospital cafes, school cafes, coffee shops, bakeries, hotel, the little, what they call the little makeshift markets that they have in the various different hotels. Yeah. Hey, Samuel Kibiru is right. Imbera is also very common in liquor stores. Yeah, that's what they were saying. That's what Minus 40 was saying. They're common in PetSmart and stuff like that. So, yes. Oh, let me see here. So Federal, I actually like Federal. So Federal is catering to what Torre cannot. The design of a fish case, a deli case, is different than a pastry case. So a pastry case blows the cold air up, and a deli case or a fish case or a cheese case, what they do is they make a cold rail across the top, and it lets the cold air drift from the top to the bottom because cold air wants to make its way to the bottom. Hot air rises. Because there's no blower, it doesn't dry out the meat. Because there's no blower, it doesn't, cause discoloration with the fish. So Federal fills in the gap that you have with the other ones. And then once again, like I said, with the hospitals, the hotels, that type of stuff, they will have like some of the nicer hotels, they'll have like this whole row. They might have, let's say about 6 Federal cases in like a corner, like a 90-degree configuration. And they'll have all kind of things for people to get, pretty much by like the gift area. But yeah, this is different. And then, like I said, also your grocery stores. That's pretty much what they're showing here. It's your grocery store. So you have your beverages, your meat, deli stuff, grab and go stuff, and your pastries. So this is what they put together. It appears like they might just try to be a player in small grocery store, butcher shop, liquor store, and then all in all, just convenience store, because you'll have. So this is what Dollar General does. They're doing some cases. Yeah, Mexican grocery stores. Yeah, Federal. Did I do a nice little wall? I think I did a wall. I think I did a wall in a Mexican grocery store that was Federal. Just see, oh, this is a good example, right? Oh yeah, and the office here, of course, where I am, there is the we have our oil company headquarters, and they'll have these different break rooms. What they have is the break rooms are actually operated by a different company, and they will have a kiosk set up, and they'll have it where, just like what you see on the screen, you'll just have a wall of stuff, and they've already prepared salads and sandwiches and whatnot, and they have it in these cases. And the employees, that when they come on over there into the cafeteria type area, they can either get their own lunch, and they'll have very nice fridges, sometimes Sub-Zero, Monogram, Viking refrigerators, and they have their own stuff that they get to store for bringing their own lunch. But then there's the cantina stuff, and they have all of these things, cold cut sandwiches and whatnot, and that's where you got a few players fighting each other for that business, and Federal is one of them. Federal, Structural Concepts. Well, we'll just stop there. But yeah, Federal, Structural Concepts, and the like, and they really shine in this arena. So if you ever go and get these jobs in these huge office buildings with like 20, 30 floors, and just corporate America, chances are you'll be looking at a unit like one of these. All right, do we have any hold on a second. Do we have any questions? Oh yeah, you know what? Like United has an office here in Houston because they took over the former Continental Airlines space. Oh, and that's another thing. Did you guys hear about United Airlines and American want to merge? I hate to sidetrack you guys. What the hell was that? I hate to sidetrack you guys, but I'm just throwing that up there real quick because that blew me away. I never in a million years thought that this would ever be a possibility. So United Airlines and American are looking at the possibility of merging. So yeah, I guess they kicked that around to Trump. Yeah, it would be the largest consolidation in the industry. Not over a decade. Nothing like this has happened in my lifetime. Not even Continental and United merging. Not even Delta and Northwest merging. No, there hasn't been anything like this since like Pan Am and Eastern and stuff like that. There hasn't been anything. TWA. So there hasn't been anything since those airlines were going around. So that's some of the latest and greatest. Right, like I said, outlandish. Now, what does this mean? I'm not just bringing that up. I'm not just throwing this out there. Our overnight shipments are already astronomical. If most of you do not know, let me be the one to tell you. The airlines make the lion's share of their money off of what's called small pack. That is the small packages, all your next day air. They will actually, if they are weight restricted, they will kick a passenger off to make sure that damn mail goes. Let me show you something. I really need to get that. Let me show you something. Let me see. I guess we call it small pack. Revenue for United Airlines. So they make more money flying packages than they do. Yeah, it is small. They make more money flying packages than they do flying people. That is one of the reasons why they want to charge you for extra baggage. That's one of the reasons why they want to limit you as to how much baggage you can carry. And it's another reason why you would, if you've ever been on a plane and the damn plane is damn near empty, you're like, why don't they just cancel the flight? No, they're not canceling the flight because the whole underbelly is full of U.S. Mail, FedEx, DHL, all those overnight packages. UPS doesn't have enough planes. FedEx doesn't have enough planes. Amazon doesn't have enough planes. These packages go by airline, and they go under the belly. Let me see here. Which is, like I said, which is why you'll see some flights that are damn near empty, and you're hoping and praying that they don't cancel the flight. You're on the flight, you're looking around, like, oh shit, it's like 30 people on the plane. Oh God, I hope they don't cancel it. No, they actually need, like one of the big ones was like Minnesota. All right, the Somalis all there in Minnesota. There's hourly service between Chicago and Minnesota. And you might get on the flight and you're like, what the fuck? Ain't nobody on this damn flight. Well, guess what? What's on that flight underneath is a motor that you ordered, compressor, gauges, tools, all the stuff that you order, and you're paying for next day air shipments. It's going by UPS and FedEx. I mean, it's going by United, American, Delta, America. What is shit? Is there even still America West? So, to wrap it all up, if this merger were actually to come true, because we hear the chatter. I heard the chatter. That would mean that these $200 ass shipping fees that we get charged by Partstown would become $300 shipping fees. That's what the hell that means. That's what that means for you. That's what that means for me. That means I'll do this Garland actuator for clamshell griddle 1 hour pickup. No. What? Who the hell's in Cyprus? Who the hell's in Cyprus? Oh, I'm curious now. Our same day delivery window is now closed. That is why they could do, well, not same day, but what the ships from Partstown. So we're going to do ships from Partstown. We're going to do checkout. Guest checkout. Oh no, I can log in on. So you'll see I'm not bullshitting. This is what I'm getting charged. Let's see here. Continue to shipping. And this item isn't particularly too heavy. by the way. Woo! Oh, yo! All right, so for this thing to get a first class seat on United or Delta or American Airlines, next day air arrives by 10:30 Monday, April 20th. This is not the item, this is shipping. $247.57. Woo! Saturday delivery. Isn't that crazy? Saturday delivery is just $269. But if you want it Monday morning, it's $247. The hell? I'd rather go with Saturday and then I can go ahead and knock it out Monday morning first thing. Anyway, next day, early AM, 8. Oh, damn, there it is. See, isn't that crazy? So you would be better off having this thing come on the 18th for $269 versus the 20th. So let me get it straight. So I can get this thing on Monday, April 20th for $342.30. If a merger would go through between United and American, best believe that 342 is going to go up. And there's going to be almost nobody to check me, boo. There's going to be nobody that's going to step up and try to compete with that. The prices are just going to go up. If Unamerica Airlines comes to be, yeah, there's nobody else that's going to. No, there's nothing else. And then the layoffs are going to be nasty. The layoffs you're looking at a 50% of the staff is going to be gone. 50%, like overnight. You're talking about corporate, you're talking about at the airport. 50% is gone overnight. You don't need that many ground crew. You could practically get rid of not exactly half with the ground crew, but you can get rid of a good 25% from one of the two. You can get rid of all those extra counters. You don't need all those gate agents. Well, yeah, you don't need all those gate agents. You don't need all those ticket agents. They already got everybody using kiosks. It's just gonna be. It would be nasty. It would be nastiness. Nasty. Hold on one second. Let me grab this damn phone. Oh yeah. That's right. I was supposed to show you guys. Oh, I was supposed to show you guys these damn pictures. All right, hold on one second. Let me just send this on over so you can see the fire or the well. What happened? All right, coming up. Let me open this. All right, I got one of the pictures. Let me drop this and let me add. Oh, no tab. Where the hell did that go? Let me see if you guys can see it. Oh, this is not. Hold on one second. try a different screen. Yo, L to the, what's up? What's happening with you? Man, I'm trying to share pictures of the aftermath of that fire. On the ones that you saw. And it ain't working. Oh shit, boss, it ain't working. Hold on. I gotta give some juice to this damn laptop. That's one of the things that's going on. All right. What the hell just? No, shit. This is crazy. Dude, this is crazy. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Where the hell did it go? Yeah, all right. So somebody decided to put a 3-in-1. Somebody decided to put a damn 3-in-1 on let me see if the picture's synced up. If everything is in sync right now. We might just have it. We might just have it with the library. Fun times, man. I'm doing it live. Doing it live. So let's see what we got. Let's see if the desktop will show. No. Dude, technical difficulty like a mother. Technical difficulties. Dude, this is pissing me off. Let me see what I can do here. With this. Let's see if maybe I could take the video. So Elton said if the bootleg tech didn't exist, I wouldn't have. Hold on, let me see. The bootleg didn't exist, I wouldn't have skin in the game. Now, be honest with you, bootleg tech. Because I'm essentially in a world to myself. I don't. I've been taking care of the same customers for over a decade. Yeah, I really don't run. I mean, I've seen so many people retire. I don't really run into, like you said, the bootleg tech. Hold on, I'm trying to get rid of some of that background stuff. And what other people do, it has no bearing on what I do. It has absolutely, positively no bearing. And I'm gonna see if I can get this damn picture somewhere. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to figure it out. And for whatever reason, I guess Apple did another freaking update, because normally I can link up my phone. Excuse me. Normally I can link up my damn phone, but it's not linking. It's not even giving me an option for that for whatever reason. Normally it shows me, oh, hey, you want to show people your phone? There it is. There's phone mirroring. All right. So now, okay. All right, what the hell is that? No. I don't want to show that. I want to add. So yeah, I was just covering some possible situations that I have no idea what just happened. Sorry about this. You know what? Let me just do this real quick. I'm just going to show the entire freaking screen. Or the window, maybe? Sorry about this. I know it's a little weird when this happens. Why would this show? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me drop that. Technical tip. I do not understand why this is giving me such drama this evening. I didn't get a chance to cancel everything and then drop and then restart. It doesn't. This thing does not want to work with me today. All right, because I have this up, but the phone mirroring does not want to work. Shit, I don't know what. So what we got? So El Titha said you had another frozen evaporator on drink cooler in your town today. Yeah, that's it's going to be a steady constant, brother. It's going to be you're going to find that there's no maintenance done on these units. So you could find a true unit that's not very well taken care of at any of these large vendors. And like when I went to that one today, they were very happy that I was willing to go ahead and do it. And the guy said, hey, they have people there 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. So the guy's like, if I want to come early in the morning, I come in the morning. If I want to come, at midnight, he said, I can come at midnight. He said, it's not a big deal. This thing is being mirrored. I know it's being mirrored, but nothing is showing. Always. Now, it was a big two-door from a different manufacturer. Yeah, but was it still under warranty? That's the thing. Is it still under warranty? All right, so somehow my stuff is locked out. I don't know why or how this damn thing is locked out, but it is. So, let me try this. I really want to show these damn things to you. For dang sure. What do you mean for dang sure? You know what? I'm just gonna have to do this one. So you can see here, that is the powder from the fire extinguisher. And it was a true unit. So 2 days before, the store had called out for service. I just so happened this was right before I went to my Wascomat training today, and I'm going through the aisle, and I said, wait a minute, this don't look quite right. And as you can see right there, that is a 3-in-1. So someone decided to put a 3-in-1 on an R290 unit, and of course it burned. Yeah, it burnt up. It burnt up. It went Cocoa Crispy. So I'm looking and say, wait a minute. So usually, yeah, and this is, I've seen this on a couple other brands, not true, but I've seen this on some other ones. But those were actually caused by the Those are actually caused by the controller on those other ones. That was actually a manufacturer problem. This was a problem of a technician who put a 3-in-1 on there, and it wasn't even the lightweight 3-in-1 that's designed for boards. Oh, okay. I see you sent me a message there. Uh-huh. This was one of the old school 3-in-1s. Man, I don't know. Yes. I see. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you had a little steamer guy. Yeah, yeah. We use steamers and all that fun stuff. It's just the little kettle steamers don't hold that much water. Normally, when we have iced up units, oh, matter of fact, I'm just showing the phone today. Just showing the phone. So normally when we have iced up units, oh yeah, this is the Wasco mat unit that I was going over today. Soft mount. Is that a soft mount? No, that ain't a soft mount. That's a hard mount. Yes, L to the genius is right that the apartment complexes are putting in the stores. They have -40. They'll have Embera in the lobby area, like not that far from the old gyms too, but not that far from the gym. They'll have their own coffee station. Starbucks is like giving these guys some stuff to put out there. This is the same one that had caught fire. And yeah, and what you do is you get your items and then you take it up to the front and they charge you. So hold on one second. This is from my email that I got this morning. Yeah, oh yeah, yours was next to the gym. Yeah. Oh, in other news, and I'm gonna get back to the stuff. Other news, Sheetz is going to be adding 100 stores, and this is from Chain Store Age. Courtesy of Chain Storage. So this is a little deceiving. Walmart is going to be there's two chains that are going to be closing stores. Like Walmart is going to be closing 650 stores to remodel. They plan on remodeling the stores. Once again, this is a time to get in. This is when they're going to add. True is putting in their hat in the ring. True decided to put their hat in the ring. So you might want to holler at True. You might want to holler at Zero Zone. True, Zero Zone, Hossman. Hossman, you know, they got to keep up with all this other stuff they got going on. And sometimes people just don't want to deal with Hossman anymore. So they might go with Zero Zone. They might go with True. Apparently True is getting into the larger units like that. So that's Walmart 650. And on top of that, you've got 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven, yes, they are going to close stores, but they are going to add 200 plus new stores. So they're closing old format, underperforming stores, and they're going with the new style format stores. If I can find that. It was just on my damn feed this morning. Ew, Albertsons. Oof. They had to pay $774 million settlement. Ouch. Oh, let's see here. And of course, they're talking about all these other little chains that are going to come up that are supposed to be the next big thing. And I'm here to tell you, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. That is these little weirdo food concepts that are big in Vietnam, that are big in China. They are not even going to make a ripple in the United States of America. What the hell is Target doing? Man, this chicken salad chick. So what is chicken salad chick? These guys are all abuzz with chicken salad chick. Yeah, because they need some reinvigorating. This chicken salad chick with this new development chief. Congratulations on the new job, because he's got some work to do. Because chicken salad chick, in my opinion, should be a lot bigger than what it is right now. And then the other thing is everybody's blowing smoke up the rear end of Nothing Bundt Cakes. My family loves Nothing Bundt Cakes. Ooh, and Portillo's too. Portillo's is fucked up right now. Let me see if I can get into this. Why is this not working? How many of you know who and what Portillo's is? Okay, so Jollibee's is a chain that I spent a lot of time with. In Houston, Jollibee's only had one location on Main Street, and then now Jollibee's is up to 5. But Jollibee's is kind of stalled. The parent company is spinning off all of the North American businesses into its own entity. So that is Jollibee's Food Corporation as far as the food distribution. And that's those trucks that are white with the purple writing that deliver to your favorite Asian restaurant. That's Jollibee's Food Corporation, the food distributor. Then you got Jollibee's, and don't forget you have Smash Burger. Smash Burger's owned by Jollibee's. The burger chain that you can never see how they're making your fucking food. Yeah, that one. I've never had their banana pudding cake. Now, I'm not big on chicken. Yes, I'm a black man that's not big on chicken. Get over it. I'm not big on chicken, but I do actually, I like Jollibee's. It's black, double fried chicken. I actually like Jollibee's chicken. I don't like the hot dog in the ketchup. In the spaghetti. I don't like their sweet, tangy spaghetti shit either. But yeah, hold on. Let me jump on this and then I'll come back. Let me do the Jollibee's. Since you brought it up. So I can actually talk about it now. I actually got hurt at a Jollibee's. So I couldn't talk about it for the longest time. But yeah, I lost that lawsuit. And so yeah, I learned a lot about Jollibee's. They're an $8 billion food company. Yeah, they have the sides, the burger, steak, and and I don't know why you brought up Jollibee's, because Jollibee's it uses a Tosa. Jollibee's uses a Tosa. Yeah, okay, finally. Oh, you're talking about the Nothing Bundt Cakes. I've never had their banana pudding cake. I definitely have to try that. Yeah, so I'm from Chicago. Portillo's is or used to be a thing, right? So Portillo's has some of the highest profitable stores in the business, if not the highest grossing stores. No, Jollibee's is actually good. I'm trying to get the smash burger. Yeah, Jollibee's is supposed to be expanding across the U.S. So there's Manhattan, so Jollibee's New York opening soon. So Jollibee's has a very large runway. Because they're Filipino based, their thing is to first open up close to a hospital. So close to a hospital, yet and still close to a Asian community. So that is like their whole thing. Jollibee's Union. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So they, what was it? So 5 in Houston. I don't know how many they have in Dallas. Last I checked, it was like 3, and I think it was like 1 in San Antonio, something like that. But Jollibee's, let me see if I can find the Jollibee's Corporation. But like I said, the internet $1 billion. So they use Isomatic ice machines. They use Hatco, Frymaster deep fryers. They use what's the griddle that they use? They use they use Henny Penny PFG 691s, Atosa refrigerators now. Oh God. Oh, Charleston. They still use some Charleston freezers. Is it AccuTemp? It's AccuTemp or Age? Anyway, they use a griddle and they use the AJN Tunes. For breakfast, they use that griddle with the specialized circular silicone rings so they can make breakfast. It's an AccuTemp. So they use an AccuTemp griddle, and then they have a special breakfast egg maker that they got over there. So I loved working with Jollibee's for all those years. 103 stores in the United States of America, and like they said, 1,700 stores across the globe. And yes, they do plan on becoming a major player in the U.S. At least 5 times more stores, but at least 5 times more stores. And let me show you Smashburger. So Smashburger is owned by Jollibee's as well. And I don't know why Smashburger isn't bigger than what they are. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, and of course, they got an Asian girl. They didn't start out as an Asian food concept, I don't believe. But somehow Jollibee's bought them. And then now they're changing the name. Let me see if I can go with about them. I have not done any work for a Smashburger. And for whatever reason, they like tuck them away. They're never like in any prominent location positions. Let me see here. She's Hispanic. She's Asian. This one here is Asian. She's South American. She's white. I don't know what the hell that one is. She's white. And of course, he's got the luck of the Irish right there. All right. Let me see if I can find anything that says where the hell. I think they'll be in similar areas to Bojangles once they settle in. Yeah, it's funny you should say that because, yeah, there are Bojangles in my market by Jollibee's and Smashburger. Let's see here. Let me go with locations. Let's do 60153. And let me do a search. So here's Smashburger in Chicago, Oak Brook, where I'm from. There's Loyola Hospital, but yeah, this one in Oak Brook, yeah, that's not that far from a hospital right there. It's not going to show us, but there is. Oh, let me see here. There's a number of hospitals. None are major hospitals, but down the road, there's Elmhurst Hospital over there. And then there's mayors one of the governors that actually got indicted on embezzlement. He went to the hospital like right over here. But yeah, they got this strategically placed here next to all these different hospitals. There are a ton of hospitals in this area. That's a ton of hospitals. But just so you know, Jollibee, Smashburger, that type of thing, because they are owned by Asian company, that is kind of like their thing. And see, they don't have a about us or anything right here. That is nuts. That is nuts. Let me see if I can find something. Now, they use coupons heavily, a lot of reward programs, and you will see a ton of elderly. They literally, have the shuttle bus bring the elderly over to Smashburger, because they'll often give you a buy one get one free, and you'll see little old couples eating together and stuff like that. And they will, in 2007, blah blah blah. So I don't know what their trajectory is. I don't hear anybody talk about them. The burgers are good. My daughter hasn't asked for one in a while. I don't have one close to me. There was one in Pearland, not that far from where I was living. They are, okay, so they've, quickest to reach 200 restaurants, blah, blah, blah. 7 countries, 34 states, and 240 locations, blah, 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 blah. They've kind of stalled out. I do not know why they have hit this like invisible wall. Maybe somebody can hit me to it. I don't know why. Oh, let's see here. I can't tell you anything about what kind of equipment they're using because you can't see into their kitchen at all, whatsoever. Nothing. Not a zero. Stingy with the Nero. Oh, now, what were we talking? Oh, Portillo's. Let me help you out. Portillo's. Portillo's is another one. So Portillo's needs some help. Portillo's kind of ran into, they kind of stumbled. So they opened up about 3 or 4. Well, no. They opened up 5 locations in Houston, and they are not doing well. They are not doing well. They don't have the full menu, right? And the staff is not from Chicago, and they don't know. So sometimes people are, oh yeah, Chicago people come in and ask for this made this way, and so the way we order our food, it's not on the menu, and they don't train the staff. Like the traveling trainers, of course, they introduce people that they are training with it, but the newer people that get brought on, they have no clue. And it's really frustrating. So you order a beef sandwich dipped with the oil from the jardinera peppers and not the peppers, and they kind of like look at you like, what the hell is that? And then somebody will have to explain it to them. They don't have the croissant beef and cheddar sandwich here in Chicago, here in Houston, with the sweet peppers. We don't have it here. So it's like, what the fuck? So it's really, it's because there's a huge population of people here from Chicago. And for us as a whole, it's very disappointing. And it shows. So when you come to a Portillo's in Houston, it's a limited menu. And you don't have the same, in Chicago, you always have to wait. There's always a line. It's the type of restaurant, fast food, casual service, that if you don't see a line, you jump on it. You don't even want the food, But because there's no line, you're like, oh shit, I need to get over there while I can. But here in Houston, I don't care any of the 5 or 4 restaurant locations. There's never a freaking line. There's never a line anymore. And the sad thing is, my daughter, she loves Chicago. I took her to the Portillo's downtown, the one that was across from Rock and Roll McDonald's. And she hated it. She didn't like anything. She didn't like anything. But yeah, Portillo's. Nice thing about Portillo's is they have an open concept, so you can see all the equipment, everything, the griddles, the deep fryers, the whole nine. The Nico batch broiler that they put the burgers on and all that kind of stuff. So it's, if you can get a hold of one, they'll be good work. Good business. But the reason why they need this new development chief is because they ran into a stumbling block and they really don't know why. They had high hopes. Hold on. They had high hopes on Houston, and Houston let them down.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor to be high on hopes and delusions.
They were high on hopes and delusions, and now they had to come back to earth. And that's kind of like what this is all about. So they think they might have picked the wrong real estate, which, in my opinion, they did not. 2 of the locations are lackluster, but they really didn't. It has nothing to do with the location. It has everything to do with the janky ass menu, the shitty way that they serve the food, and the whole nine. There's zero advertisement, no nothing. No promotions, nothing here. So once they've opened up and I gave my wife the food once, she hasn't asked for the food yet. And we used to eat Portillo's at least 3 times a week in Chicago, if not more, in Chicago. So yeah, she's responsible for driving development and expansion strategies. So hopefully she's good at what she does. Hopefully she's successful, because I would really like to see Portillo's be the best that they can be. All right, so she was on Walk On Bistros for 2 years. Walk On Sports and Bistros. Papa John's, Bloomin' Brands. All right, so she grew up in Chicago, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Portillo's operates 100 restaurants across 11 states, and they have places in Japan. The chain is known for its menu of Italian beef sandwiches, Chicago-style hot dogs, char-broiled burgers, fresh salads, and chocolate cake. So they take the chocolate cake and they blend it and they make a chocolate cake milkshake. So that's like one of their famous things. So if it was up to corporate America, if it was up to the hedge funds, you would have a Portillo's within 5 minutes of your home. So that's the big expansion plan that they have for Portillo's. They want one. They would like to be the next McDonald's. Is actually their match. You know, that's what their dreams are. So, wishing them the best. Now let me get back to Sheetz. Let me do Sheetz. Sheetz is going into the Midwest. Okay, so this is directly from Sheetz website. Oh, come on, man. Technical difficulties today. I swear. Come on, man. You guys can't see it, but my screen is... Oh, you can see it. It's kind of like frozen with this. Let me take myself off. And let me see what I can do here. So I'm trying to give you guys the information on Sheetz. So Sheetz wants to... So as of April 7th, Sheetz, leader in restaurant quality food and unmatched convenience, excuse me, says that they plan on entering into the state of Indiana. So Sheetz is coming over. They want to do 100 locations in Indiana. $1 billion. Man, what the? Why is this doing that? So I have to go with ABC News. Oh, let's see here, Sheetz. So this is information for you guys over there in Indiana. Let's see what we got here. Finally. There it is. There it is. Finally. Glitches. Glitches get stitches. All right. Let me change some of this and let me go back. So now, yeah, as of April 7th. So now you guys can see a whole lot better. So they're marching on. Sheetz is expanding. Buc-ee's is expanding. I hear Wawa is expanding as well. I don't have any proof on that. So by USA Today, they say one of the 10 best, places when people travel to eat and get pizza, sandwiches, chicken, blah, blah, blah. So Sheetz, they're going to be spending $1 billion over the next 10 years. Indiana, go and get you some. Don't say I never did tell you any damn thing. All right. Now let me go with the 7-Eleven. Yeah, that was 23 hours ago. Let me see here. 7-Eleven. There we go. So C-Store Dive. I subscribe to all of these. These are the industry magazines, C-Store, and then they have the Dive, which gives me like the daily stuff. So 7-Eleven is actually going to come up with some new updated locations. So yes, they're closing 640, but they're actually going to reopen. They're going to reopen like another 200. So this is from the president and CEO about 7-Eleven's trajectory. Now 7-Eleven is kind of a 7-Eleven is kind of a mixed bag because they do have some of their own people. With that being said, they still outsource. There's so many locations. They have so much need that they actually have to depend on third-party companies to take care of equipment for them. This includes the ice machine. This includes coffee. This includes some of the refrigeration. So even with them having their own people, they still need technicians to come in. Oh, Turbo Chef, because you'll see Kevin Tate with Learn to Trade and Donna Star. You'll see him going and work in 7-Elevens quite consistently. So right here, that they are closing the 645 locations, but they are, and it's 400 more locations than they expect to open. So they are going to reopen locations. They have 10,000. So what if they close 640? They have 10,000 stores. 10,000. That's just like Dollar General and that's just like Dollar General and the rest with their 5,000 locations. So what if they close 500, 600, 800? They have 5,000 locations, and in this case 7-Eleven has 10,000 locations. And even with that, they're going to reopen. They're going to reopen them because, especially when you're talking about on the East Coast, oh man, some of those places are a mess. Okay, so here it is. I was just talking about Buc-ee's, and I got some pictures from Buc-ee's. They do something with their ice machines that I have never seen before, and I think I might want to start doing. So they shattered company records with $1 million from a gas station. $1 million on the first day. Buc-ee's did $1 million. Now, I don't know if they're going to start outsourcing, but here in Houston, they have their own people. But I couldn't imagine that they're going to have their own people as they expand like they're doing. They got to start outsourcing some of this stuff. $1 million. People, if you haven't experienced a Buc-ee's, you're not going to understand. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. So here it is. This is what I was talking about. Wawa, Sheetz, and Reuters. I don't know anything about this. Now, some of you might be virgins when it comes to these type of locations, but there is lots of work there, constant work. These places are open 24 hours. So if you have if you have a lot of obligations, these are ideal for you. These are ideal. The 3 Pennsylvania retailers do face national competitors: 7-Eleven, Buc-ee's. For Pennsylvania, Circle K, Royal Farms. I don't know who the hell Royal Farms is. Quick Trip. I did see some of these YouTube videos where they're talking about the Wawa, which is your East Coast, Sheetz, and then 7-Eleven. And then they talk about Buc-ee's as well. Yeah, there it is. So Wawa and Buc-ee's. How does Wawa compare to Buc-ee's? It is not. I've also seen these videos where they compare, what Sheetz and Wawa is doing. And then people love the pizza from Wawa. And then Buc-ee's has the brisket. They have the meats. What hometown convenience stores 1 billion customers can expect? Blah, blah, blah. So, these are things you should probably look into. There are a number of third-party companies that dispatch jobs for these convenience stores, these gas station convenience store type places. So if you are looking, you guys ask me from time to time, hey man, who dispatches work? Well, if you want dispatch jobs, look at the convenience stores, gas stations. Those are the places that rely heavily on dispatch services. mainly because the bastards don't like to pay. So they go through through the third party companies, and they have access to the bank account, and they handle everything. You deal with the dispatch company, and that's it. Mr. Patel just tells you, he points you in the direction. That's it. But you do have to, log in on your phone when you're driving there, tap on your phone when you've arrived, take pictures of the item. Then you got to take pictures of what you found, and you got to take pictures when you're done. And then once again, then you got to, show that you're leaving, and so that closes that ticket. What the hell is Reuters? Oh, come on, man. I don't want that. Okay, here we go. And it's still not telling me anything about Reuters. Who the hell know anything about this Reuters? Wow, now Reuters coming to town with some new stores. That was last year. York-based convenience store. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. I'm from the Midwest. So before I go any further, how are we doing tonight? Let's see here. I think they'll be similar in area. Yeah. Reading through the chat, I know we went over this before. I actually saw, no, it wasn't Bojangles. It wasn't Zaxby's. Who the hell had an in-house guy? No, it was Zaxby's. So I was in the parts house today, and two of the chains that I know of, both had service guys in there with me getting parts while I was getting parts. One of them, I knew that they had service people, and I do work for them when it's warranty and when it's an install. And the other, I've just found out today that they have in-house people. And just because they have it in-house, hold on, let me put myself on the screen. Just because they have in-house technicians does not mean that those technicians do everything. They will have in-house technicians that specialize in, plumbing, in-house technicians that specialize in the electrical system. Others are their main thing is taking care of the exterior and all that, and they don't want much to do with the appliances. Like they'll look at it and they're like, hey, look, y'all didn't hire me for that. Y'all hired me to make sure that the lights don't fall off and that the doors stay on the hinges and sliding doors for the drive-through work and stuff like that. And the floor tiles don't come up. That's what y'all hired me for. Y'all didn't hire me to fix the damn soda machine. So just because they have in-house don't mean that those guys are proficient at everything. So they really mainly aren't. And turnover is usually pretty high because they do try to force these guys to be a jack of all trade with no training. I have yet to see any of these in-house guys at any training class, and their numbers are so small where it's not as if the factory is coming and training them at their locations. So it's just not happening like that. All right. So let me recap what we did over the evening. I told you guys about coming and going in the industry. How long have we been on? Oh, good. I covered a lot in an hour and 40 minutes. I got my table over here. I didn't get a chance to. I'm actually doing the show from one of the pieces I was going to be working on next time. How many people saw me do the live earlier today? I had to leave and pick up the little one, so I'll be back tomorrow, and I think I'll be back. I think I'll be there primarily most of the day tomorrow. I've got 2 convection ovens I got to do temperature probes on those. I forgot to get the parts when I went to the parts house today. I got to finish up with the pilots on the Vulcan range. I got about 4 or 5 more. Excuse me. 4 or 5 more pilots to put on. Excuse me. And then I got to do the thermocouples for the ovens. And I realized that one of the ovens does have a weak thermocouple. The right oven has a weak thermocouple. I tightened it up, and the flame did become stronger. I thought I was actually having a problem with the gas valve. So I'll be finishing up that Vulcan range tomorrow. I'll be going live from that location. Jesus. I'll be finishing up from that location tomorrow with the range. I have a tilt skillet at that same location, and hopefully that part should be in. Yeah, hopefully that part should be in tomorrow. And for this place, I do the refrigeration. I do a lot of the equipment. Only thing they haven't had me do is the laundry, and that's because they had me diagnose it, and then they went and backdoored the situation and went and got the part themselves. So I charge the shit out of them every chance I get. But and then they're going to hire me to do a class on how to do PM with some of their main staff members. What else we got going on? I got a bunch of true units I got to work on. Just general fun time stuff. But things have opened up now that tax time is done. The phone started ringing like crazy. Starting the 14th, phone started ringing like crazy. Everybody talking about, oh, this just happened. No, this whole block of solid ice did not just happen. You've been seeing that E1 error code for probably a good month. No, well, probably a couple of weeks at least. But yeah, with that, I am going to wrap this whole thing up. I thank you all for tuning in, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. Oh, wow, this is a glitchy evening. Damn, what a glitchy evening. So I guess I will catch you guys on the next one. See you later.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high.
Be relentless. That's it, I'm done.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit!
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bumper Clod. Mini Bumper Clod. Bumper.